everybody. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I am your host, Kimberly Cloud. So, when I signed up and voted for Donald Trump, I did not know he would go around to the Department of Justice, where everyone that is Black has to put in something for them suffering. And I wonder, before I get started, what's the statistics? How many Black people contact the Department of Justice Civil Rights on the regular versus white people? I don't think there's no white people. There's zero white people that contact the Department of Justice Civil Rights. You have to think that you're Black. The civil rights is for Black people, minorities. And the Department of Justice has closed that so that people like me cannot get through. I didn't know voting for Donald Trump would cost me my rights. We have no rights. So, I also found out a little spill since I'm suffering because I have nothing to lose. That he can go in and pay the troops. He can go in and pay the troops. The Democrats may have shut down the government, but with his power, he's been able to push troops to different cities. He's been able to push troops to do his work without possibly paying them in the future. I sat up there and I am being discriminated towards. And now it shows that they don't want no contact with any minorities. So while you're out here, Trump, 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 because I'm going independent, I have no ill will towards Trump or Obama. While you're out here, Trump, Trump, and Trumping, and your skin color is the same as mine, remember which independent told you and educated you about what's really going on. When you decide that you have a discrepancy or something is happening to you, you seek the highest form of justice, the Department of Justice. And they're shut down now. And I can prove it. You can't get mad at me, Donald Trump, for telling the truth. These are facts. Facts, which is the Department of Justice is closed. Civil rights. I've been reaching out to the FBI from since 2008, 9. My life has always been in danger, even when they weren't involved. I've been pushed in a pool twice by family. Once at 5, once at 18. If it wasn't for a white person, I would have died. Just like if it wasn't for a Black person, I would have sat up there and stabbed someone while under the influence of methamphetamine that was not supposed to be in my system due to the fact that I was at a shelter and someone gave it to me illegally. He keeps sabotaging me. And now you see what he's doing. Whoever paid off Mark Baylor told him to not give me no information. He sounds just like a government agency. He's acting just like a Democrat right now. not saying nothing. He's probably given everybody in class a grade except for me. I can't prove it, but I urged the lady that I spoke to today to look through his records, look through all of his records online. So what would a person like Mark Baylor do, a professor, if he got fired? He would have nothing to lose. And I think for some reason he wants to get fired. So I feel like right now my life is in danger. Again, for the 50th time when I tried to ask the FBI to help me. But instead, they reversed it and now they're investigating me, which they don't have nothing on me but the truth. So I'm going to write Mark Bayer, and it falls. Let's go to contact the civil rights. We are currently not accepting reports. See the page banner for more information. Get help now. Education program. Okay. Department of Education. What's closed? I still want to take it a step further. I should have that right to go to the Department of Justice anytime I want if the damn thing is valid. I don't just sit up there and bake cakes and say, well, what's the Department of Justice email address or address? Let me take a trip to DC. I'm just going to fill out what I can and not put my address when it comes to the address. Because I know he got my address off of me slipping. But I plan on moving anyway, so I don't care about that address. Now, I have reason to believe he got paid off by a government entity to ignore me, and this is a controlled class. Somebody probably, it's too easy to call or listen to my information through these windows or in my car because my car has been left open, or with the NSA, however big this thing is gone, and extract information from me and extract information from my school and sit up there and submit people, because it's only Caucasian people in my class, which I'm not prejudiced, but I'm calling it out. I guarantee you, he wrote and graded at least 2 to 3, if not all, of their papers by now. So now my civil rights are affected. Color of law, hate crime, motivated by religion. I've done this so many fucking times. It makes me want to Earl. I don't like contacting the FBI. I have to go out my busy schedule because of motherfuckers that sit up there and want to sit up there and try to set up something in the future for a death date. I have so many death dates, I can't even keep up with them. Now all of a sudden it has an issue. I have to force them to do stuff. Had I called, I would have been hung up on again. They would have treated me like some bumpkin mental severely, severely, severely. I say that infinite amount of times. Mental case. What religion was the crime against? Being Jesus. How do you know the crime was motivated by bias or prejudice? He will. No, I'm not going to go that route. I urge you to um, investigate him regarding the fact that when I was in school, college, on or between October 1st, he was polite and still withdrawn at the same time. I noticed a change when he stopped responding to my emails. What? How do you know that? He was biased towards me regarding my religion. Provide a brief description of the incident. It all started when 2 days before class at UMGC, I called. I got his email address and reached out to him. Then I got his email address and reached out to him. Then I stated on my show that I was Jesus Christ. And the next day, he started to ignore me. Now, the discrimination department reached out, and I'm stuck doing my homework. Reached out, and she stated she will contact him ASAP. And I'm stuck doing my home. I'm stuck. I'm stuck with not doing my homework. Whomever this is wants me to know to suffer. I have reason to believe that whomever this is wants me. I have reason to believe that Mark Baylor once was paid off, or he heard me state those facts, and now he has retaliated like they did with Jesus in 4 AD. I think it was 4 AD. Hold up. When was Jesus? When did Jesus? I have to take time out of my busy schedule. I could have been doing something totally different. I could have been doing a show on birds and bees, or some type of technology to advance me while I had fit in my schedule for school. School would never change. Now I can't do nothing. I can't do nothing. Make no moves until he man up and put on his big boy pants and start contacting me. I just turned independent and I was Republican and ran for state Senate and U.S. Senate. I'm not hard to find, nor am I hard to miss. I told you guys the truth for 12/8. That's 2008. No, it wasn't in 2008. It was in 2011. No, 12. No, 13. Since 2013. All I want is for you guys to tap his phone for my safety. What man would purposefully in an institution like UMGC ignore their students unless they want to get fired? I urge you to protect me without arresting me for what could be concocted as another purposefully hate crime to shut me up. All I want, no, need is protection. Trump isn't giving me that. And that is it. Go here, here, here. I am not plugging that information in. I don't have that address. Yes. No. Race, color, where's religion, disability, national origin. Where is, they have no attachments. The professor gets fired. He caused my life pain and suffering today. I have to write like everybody, and it's just so wrong, man. This is causing me pain and suffering. On or about October. And you know what's even how I know it's somebody from the government? Because he can care less about me making a grade. I am 10% into the class, and he can care less about me making my grade, and he's not speaking to me like somebody told him not to speak to me. Don't give me no information, and it's sick. It's immature. Had I got a tutor, he would have did the same thing. I would have lost money. This has got to stop. Stop making me suffer, man. That figures. Stop making me suffer because it's not good. I didn't commit a crime. I didn't do anything. So why are you making me suffer? It's obvious that the government has gotten cocky with making me suffer. Because they do it to me more than anyone else. They got something that makes people not like me. And some of y'all assholes, the bad parts, are going to be like, well, I don't like you because I don't like you. You sound like an idiot. Okay. Hold on, y'all. I know. Yes. I don't feel like going through this. Agency name. Who did I report? UMGC Discrimination Agency. Uh, it's not what I wanted to do. It's not what I want to do either. And I have something else to say. If y'all are watching me and y'all are looking out for me, thank you. But if you're not, that is messed up. You're just going to take out a target just so you can get over this. Go about your day and forget about the small people with no friends or family. Everything you do, if you arrest me, then everything you did was for show. You don't care about Black people's citizenship. You don't care about Black people at all. All you care about is another notch under your belt with arresting someone just to prove a point. Anybody that likes to see anybody suffer is complete idiots in my case. And you shouldn't even be on my fucking page. But as usual, then the saying goes, I can be wherever I want, freedom of speech. I got my rights. But you can exercise your right to exit off my page. Hater. All of this. Anti-harassment. I'm being harassed. Everything. I don't even want to go through this, man, because I already know the game. I've been in school for almost 20 years. So I had to either learn something or been influenced to want to learn something. I didn't just wake up and say, oh, let me be smart. If anything happened to me, Cash Patel, my blood, my innocent Jesus Christ blood is on your hands. And you, that's something, if that's something you can live with, then just let me die. And you watch on your cameras as I die. My classes I created, tried. They know that it's hard for me to get along with people. So this is how I know, because I never complained on UMGC before. I got 2 A's. They weren't easy, they were challenging. Whoever talked to him knows that I have hard time getting along with people, but I always come off honest. I always come off honest. I don't care what no one say out there flaps. I always come into this thing honest. It's the people that are dishonest to me. And it sickens me. You can't even tell a truth not once. You have to lie for your own purpose and advancement. He was distant and reclusive. I then attempted to do my homework, and he gave me answers and told me to find the solution. When I asked Grok just for my purposes for a solution, Grok couldn't even calculate the first time. The second time, the same solutions that I already had were what Grok said they were. Now he has been ignoring me, and I have reason to believe, due to email correspondence, that he has been watching my show. I wrote all students for a partner. One out of 13 reached out. Another stated that they cannot use Excel. I stated to her I can help, and got no further correspondence. This is an experimental and controlled environment. And I have reason to believe that some of the students were told not to contact me, or they knew who I was or am. Hate saying who I claim to be, man. Because then I got to prove it all the time. And I done proved enough. I done proved enough, man. I may not can solve any miracles, but over the years, man, over the years, it's a fact that I've been poisoned. My dad was highly addicted to crack cocaine. And I don't know if he took cocaine back when he was in Maryland with my mom. You know, that stuff is DNA related. I don't do crack cocaine, but I'm going to teach you something about crack cocaine. Whatever was in that drug could have, his semen could have implanted, and whatever ingredients from the CIA distributing crack amongst the Black communities. Imagine what we got in our systems right now. as crack babies. And to insult my intelligence is just wrong. Black men running from cops, even when they don't do nothing. It could be a saint. It could be a saint black male. They run from cops. Basic instinct. We do things that are very questionable, but it's a pattern. My dad was in the military. He got kicked out. I got kicked out, but I had to fight for my freaking honorable discharge. And for the Army, the only person I give credit to is the Veterans Affairs for giving me my money and the Army Review Board for giving me my money. I am in debt to them too, and I'm going to make sure I do the right things. And that's what I'm doing, fighting to stay out of jail and fighting for my rights. Because I have rights. They took away my right. I know Republicans knew about me going to jail. They took away my voting rights as a black person immediately. How dare you do that to me? The only person that would want that would be both Democrats and Republicans. That's why I'm going independent and I'm going to speak my truth. I want justice, retribution. Somebody needs to give me retribution. I've been searching for it for years. I've been raped, I've been tortured. That's why I warned Trump. A couple of months ago, I warned him. I said, whatever is in those drugs that China is sending, they do something to you if you survive it. It makes you addicted. It works on your psyche so well. And it's not a placebo. It works on your psyche so well that it deteriorates your inhibitions. It do things to certain parts of the brain to keep you addicted. And there's other drugs in there too. Like it could be drugs that make people can see what you see, like a camera. There could be drugs in their system right now. All the people that use meth, which I was given it illegally, and all the people that were used on a regular. There could be actual drugs out there that cause you, and I'm inventing it if there's not, that causes you, the government, to have monitors to monitor what you see. Whatever you see, they see. You think as advanced as China is with their intelligence, that they're not going to have that type of equipment? You think they're just popping cakes over there, making methamphetamine for the fun of it? No, they're using it as a weapon. Hold on, y'all. Oh my God. How the hell? Why is this doing that? That's so weird. Oh, they said they want that format. You want a comma, I give you a comma. But it's still not working. It has a what is going on? So I'm seeking retribution, and I'm gonna do my hard, long, hard thinking about what city am I gonna move to. Is they in the process of accepting retributions for Black people, where their minds are? Because here in Washington, good old Kirkland, Washington, they're not, but in Olympia, they're talking about it. It's just sickening. But it's like they're half stepping it. All my military person half right face. They're half right facing, getting ready to make it hard. Because if they really wanted to do it, they can do it by state. It's not Donald Trump world. It's his country, but per state, every governor has control. Every governor. And it's like, I'm not talking junk. I'm just saying, could y'all speed it up? Y'all, in conjunction with all these different ventures, y'all doing extra stuff. And I'm not mad. What y'all doing is splendid. Each state is doing something different. But it's like with reparations, Olympia could be being more on top of that. It sounds to me like that's more so of a bribe to keep the Black people and make the Black community come there. And then it'd be stalemate for like 10, 20 years. And no one actually put forth the effort to actually do something. I heard it one time over the phone, over online. That's why I'm going independent. I was a Republican, but I spent millions. No, not millions, but probably $2,000, if not more, on Donald Trump organization 8022. His campaigning. He said, pay $50 and we'll match your impact. And I'm like, yeah, what are you gonna? Y'all heard me. Y'all heard me talking about it. To all my fans out there, y'all heard me talking about it. And this was 4 years I did this for him. I got nothing but jail time, my voting rights taken away, me not running for president, even if I didn't get to the primaries. Even if I didn't get to the primaries, I still wanted to run and perform virtually to prove a point that any Black woman can do it. I do have the brain capacity. Charlie Kirk was incorrect when he said Black women don't have the brain capacity. I done proved my point. What more can you give me? I just didn't have the tools he had, such as the right family, the right circumstances. Yeah, you're right. He'll have the brain capacity. I had to teach myself to learn. If I didn't care, you can look at my text messages from my old Facebook account. Both. I was illiterate and didn't even care. I would talk in Ebonics and still was going to school. and learning. It was only when I got to my master's, and I still make errors, that my errors were at least not flawed by 85%, with an 85% accuracy. People calling the police, people calling people on me. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself. Sick people out here. All just to see my show end. If you don't want to hear about me no more, unfollow me, block me. But it's a I want y'all all to know some shit. Every one of y'all that's talking about me, that's plotting against me, that's doing everything to intercept what I'm trying to produce for wealth in my future. You're being listened to. You can say all day, every day. It's only so much the NSA, the CIA, ODNI can take. I don't care what branch they're up above, because Trump rules. But they have to listen. He can't listen all the time. Keeping them busy. It's only so much they can take. And some of them have a license to poison. So you can keep saying F the FBI, F ODNI, F them. I've never said that out my mouth, because I know. And if they wanted me dead, I would be dead. If they wanted me without teeth in my mouth, I would have no teeth in my mouth. So something or someone is keeping me alive. And I'll tell you this, all you have to do, keyword of the day for all of the agents that are out there, is say, fuck Donald Trump. And cybersecurity will listen in on what you're saying. If you're planning something, when will it happen? How to intercept it. So keep saying it. You will never hear it come out my mouth other than to mock what y'all say. But I would never meaningfully say it. That's crazy, man. It's the same with Obama, all the presidents. You know, the only president that lived, I forgot, I think his name was Jimmy Carter. When Jimmy Carter, I hope I'm right. I hope I'm right. Jimmy Carter lived in a house after presidency without any security guards. Without any security after his presidency. These days in Hungary, the president drives himself to work. Can you imagine Donald Trump in a Tesla, or Obama, or even Bush in a Tesla driving themselves to work? It would be a tragic ending. Not because of the Tesla self-driving, but but because people are so nosy, and then they get into your business, and then they're like, oh, I identified that's Donald Trump, that's Obama. Just like Michelle Obama said, she has to worry about her child being illegally identified. They have to literally pay money. I don't care what Candace Owens said. They literally have to pay money to keep their children safe. They have to pay money to keep their children safe. I would do the same shit. Michelle Obama is not a man. I have big hands. I'm not a man. I'm fully woman. My plumbing worked very well. And yet, people like Michelle Obama, because she got big hands or because she is the enemy, she gets called names. I can only imagine what they would say about me. The girl with the cheap wigs, she looks like this without a wig. I have a fro without a wig, a mini fro, and I'm happy about that fro. If I was unhappy, I would hurry up and perm and slap a perm on it, but I'm happy with it. God did not want me with long, straight hair. I have acne. The makeup covers it up. I'm not perfect. Always making it seem like I'm perfect, like I think I'm perfect. And that's the problem. That's on you guys. If you think I'm perfect, I never wanted to be perfect. I never wanted to be perfect. And if you don't know who I am, allow me to reintroduce myself. Allow me to reintroduce myself. I am Kimberly Cloud. J. What comes after J? And I can add up the dates that either Jesus was born and predict my dates. They predict it. They know who I am. Do gematria. I can prove it. I've done it so many. I wrote all the governors and told them. One day they're going to have to listen to my voice, whether they blacklist me or not. One day my voice will be powerful. I'm not giving no more information on what I think should be done. I'll just stay on the straight and narrow and let the Democrats and Republicans hash it out. But I will say to the Democrats, I'm leaning more toward next time, I may do a shimmy shammy where I vote Democrat. It depends on which Democrat. So y'all better come strong. Give me something I want to hear and not bleeding to my ears. I don't want to hear the same. I can't say boring violin because violins are pretty interesting. Um, the same boring song that you hear repeatedly every day. That's the advice I give to you. The advice that I give to the Republicans would be, please give me my money back. Please. That's all I ask. I could get a refund, but certain banks, you know, I could be petty and get a refund as far as I can go because they can condense it down to all the win breads. Get what I can back. But I'm not going to be that petty. But I know you will be petty because of my voice. That's all I'm saying. I wanted to run in 2023, going into 2024 for president. I wanted to be the first Black woman. I would have been the first. Do you know what they do to women like us? Well, I went to jail and I would have been running up against Donald Trump. Do you think he wanted that threat? Look at how I am now. And that's all I'm going to say. Do you believe now? Can't you be believing now? I got to show you that gematria first. Oh, Grog, don't do that to me, Grog. Oh, I got it. April 3rd. No, let me ask. When did Jesus die? Gematria shows that they predicted when I would be born. I don't think they predicted the year I would be born, but through Gematria, they predicted the year Jesus Christ died, what dates, which was April 3rd. Now they're saying April 7th, AD 30th. According to John, once again, John. God, that's so weird. I'm not gonna use. I know Donald John Trump is waiting for me to use his name. Okay, let me show you how I got my birth date. For those who don't believe, 4336 AD. Before AD was even captured as AD. 4336. 4 plus 3 is 7. 3 3. That's my birth date. That's how they got my birth date. There was no AD. They didn't say, well, let's use this number. As the years went on, they calculated thousands of years by, or thousands of, it's so confusing how they do it. Thousands of years get a label. Every so many, like 500 years. That's 5 centuries. 1,000 years. That's a millennia. Then you start going backwards. And it goes all the way, we know it goes beyond AD. They just weren't born here. What about Adam and Eve? What about what happened before Adam and Eve? The one who walked this planet for many years. The one who walked this planet for many years. Not, I'm sorry, don't insult my intelligence. For thousands of years, of millenniums. That's probably underground. Underground. If you do arrest me, let me do something underground for intelligence. Don't send me to no cooped up jail where the water is tainted and the people are really crazy. Yeah, I suffer from mental health issues, but that don't make me crazy with everything I say. Somebody wants to dismiss me, go ahead. But I know who I am. Do you know who you are? Never waste my time. You are I want.